Okay, guys, here's three little stories of ET experiences I had. So, it's my day off from work at the coffee shop, and I'm at home. It's like 9:30, and I feel the ET staring at me, laying in bed, and I wasn't sleeping, but I was reading a book or watching TV or something, and I was on Vera Street and living in the basement. All of a sudden, the ET starts staring at me, so I get up and I'm like, okay, I'm figuring I have to go down to the river and have another sighting or have an experience or something. So I'm all excited about it, what the hell, you know. But I was kind of miserable because it was like 9 o'clock and I wasn't really wanting to go out and do anything. But they're hitting me so bad I gotta go. Like the feeling of them calling me. And so I get up. I get on my bike, and I'm riding down the river, and the feeling is coming from the east. The river's south. So, excuse me. So I turn and I follow the feeling. And I never had this happen to me before. It was always down at the river. So I'm going east now, and then I get to Olette, and I start heading south down to the river. Nope, go back. So I went back, and guess where I ended up? Where it was right over top of me. At the coffee shop where I worked, but it was my day off, right? So here I am, standing out to like 10:30, standing outside this coffee shop in the middle of the night, and I'm like, what? Right? So I walk in the coffee shop to find out what, why. I just figured, well, they told me to come here, there must be a reason. And I walk inside. The place is damn near empty. My buddy's in the back, and my buddy is a spiritual guy who knows me, and he's always teaching me about the ETs and stuff, how to deal with them spiritually. And this is like part of it, like following the feeling and listening to your inner self. And he's teaching me, you know, stuff he knows. He's like a guru guy. Anyway, not really, but he's smart. He knows his shit. Anyway, I go back to her. I say, hey, and he's sitting with a girl. I go, hey. And he goes, hey, we were just talking about you. And I go, really? I go, guess why I'm here? And he goes, why are you here? And I go, the ETs told me to come here. Yeah, they're right over the building. I followed the feeling to come here of the ETs. And he's like, no way. And I'm like, yeah. So what the hell's going on? Because I'd rather be in bed sleeping, but something told me to come down here. And he goes, well, we were just sitting here talking about you and the aliens. And I was telling the girl, this girl, she's like an old lady, about the ETs, your ET experiences. And I'm like, yeah. And you're talking to her about the ETs, and the ETs you're hooking up to the ETs, and the ETs are hooking up to me, right? And you go, and you're both hooking up to me, talking about me, and I'm laying at home trying to sleep. And he's laughing already. He's laughing his ass off because he knows what it's like, right? So when people are talking about you and ETs and everything, and you can't do nothing, you're like, follow the feeling, you know. So he's laughing, and so I end up talking to the girl. She goes, how do you know how to do all that? And I go, well, I just listen to my heart. And she goes, well, where do you think your heart is? Well, I go, it's not in my foot. I go, no. She goes, and I go, oh, I follow my soul, my inner light. And she goes, where do you think your inner light is? I go, well, it's not in my foot. And they all laugh. She goes, seriously, where do you think your inner light is? And I don't know what she's getting at. I'm like, it's in my heart. Where's yours? I didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, why is she asking me this question? And then she started crying. I go, it's in my heart. And she started crying, and I'm like, what the hell? Freaking me out. And then she goes, well, I had a vision about you. And, no, her friend. I never met these people. She goes, my friend had a vision about you. That's why I'm here talking to Mike. And I'm going, okay. And she goes, and I was telling her about you, about the ETs. And that's why I'm here talking to Mike. Mike's the guru guy. And anyway, she goes, my friend had a vision, not her friend, right? Could have been her, but she's just saying it's her friend. That's what I think. But anyway, regardless of the point, she said she saw you, and she said she saw a person around her. Okay? She said she saw a person around her, the girl I'm talking to, as like a ghost. And this person had glasses and a baseball cap with 3 stars on it. And 3 stars were the ETs, the ET stuff. And then she went on to tell her more stuff. And that was me. And so she came here to tell Mike that story, Mike, the guy, to find out who it was. And the ETs called me to come here. So, there you go. Make of that what you want. Turns out she's okay. Spiritually, she's pretty good. But she's all new age, and it just didn't work out. Right? It's all peace and love, all that stuff. You can do no wrong. Everybody's perfect, and everything's in order, and all that. And I'm like, well, I didn't get an argument. I go, lady, oh, shit. Well, time to get out of here. So that was one experience I had on Vera Street with the ETs calling me out. I never did see a ship, never saw an ET, but it was all spiritual communication. The ETs led me down to the coffee shop about a girl and a guy that were talking about me, and a whole bunch of experiences that they had. So I thought that was pretty cool. And so some time goes by. This next experience, it's Vera Street 2. I'm at home. Same thing. That's why I'm remembering, because they're all pretty similar. Someone's talking about me, or no, the ETs are beaming me, hitting me in the chest. And I'm like, all right, it's like 10 o'clock. Let's go. So I get on my bike, I'm riding my bike, and I ride my bike down. And I'm assuming again that it's down at the river, which is north. Yeah, north, more or less. Did I say south the last time? Anyway, it's north. And I'm being pulled back to another place. I follow it, and I ended up at my friend's apartment building. Bo. And his name is Bo. He's a spiritual guy too. He's more like yoga and Tai Chi, stuff like that guy. Not so much spiritual, but he is in a way. Anyway, so I knock on his door. He goes, "Hey man, what are you doing here?" I go, "I'm just following the ETs." He goes, "Holy shit, we were just talking about you." And I'm like, "Who?" And then I take a look, and there's Mike in the background, and he's talking to Mike about me and the ETs again. So every time, so I'm in there talking, we had a big laugh. And I go, "So why am I here? What am I supposed to do?" He goes, "I don't know. Why don't you ask your soul?" And I go, "What? Ask my soul?" He goes, "Yeah, ask your soul." And I go, "I don't know. I'm kind of wired up. I can't really do it. And I was never good at it. I just follow, right? I don't know." And he goes, "No, communicate with your soul." He goes, "Meditate." He goes, "Relax. Ask your soul what you're supposed to do. And your soul will ask the ETs what you're supposed to do. So just ask your soul, because you're already hooked up to the ETs, and it's already in play. You just got to ask your soul, get the information, and they'll tell you what to do. Because that's what we were talking about, and that's why you're here, so why don't you do it? And maybe you will have an experience or something. Maybe something will happen." And I'm like, well, and I kept pushing it off, because I didn't want to do it. And I can't do it with people watching me. It's no good. And now they're testing me to see if I actually can do all this shit. And I'm like, I don't want to. I'm just saying I don't want to, but they're testing me, right? And I think they're testing me, so I'm all fucked up now. And this never works out when people are testing me, right? Never. So I don't even bother. never works. Because it's a test, right? If it doesn't flow naturally and just happen, then fuck it. I don't play with it. Anyway, so they convinced me, and I go, all right, I'll give it a try. So I closed my eyes and meditated. We all meditated. I just relaxed. I checked out, and I'm listening, and all of a sudden, I get a vision over the 3 stars. I get the vision I had of the blinking star over Detroit in my last video. I get a vision of that. And I'm like, really? And it was me and Bo down at the river. Me, Bo, and Mike down at the river. And Bo, tonight, like, we're going to leave this building, go down to the river, and see the UFO in the same spot I did when I saw in the last video. Anyway, so I told them, I go, that's what I saw. Us 3 down at the river looking for a UFO, and it'll show up over Detroit in the same spot it happened where it blinked at me the other day. Or last week or last month or however long it was. And they go, really? And I'm going, yeah, that's what I saw. And he goes, let's go. So he gets up. I'm like, what? Really? And he's like, yeah. He's putting on his jacket. And Mike don't want to go. He's tired. And I'm going, are you sure you don't want to go? Because I don't want to be the only asshole down the river when nothing happens. And he goes, go. And so I'm like, all right. So me and Bo, we walked down to the river. And so we're sitting on a bench. It's like midnight, 1 o'clock now. And I can't believe I'm doing this. I go, look, Bo, I never do this. So, because he goes, don't worry about it. Just don't. He's that type of guy, you know. And don't worry about it. Don't worry, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm like, all right. And he goes, where do I look? Where do I look? And then I pointed. See that center star, the 2 stars? And see the one in the middle? And he goes, yeah. And I go, look about 2 fingers over from it. Like this. 2 fingers over to the left from it. We'll just sit here and we'll just look. And that's where I saw it in the vision. That's where it's going to happen. And I'm thinking, I'm feeling it out. And I can feel the ET staring at me. And I'm feeling it out. And it feels like it's going to happen. It's like we're just sitting there watching. And we're there. And then we're there for like 10 minutes. And this is like my first CE5, okay? Really weird. So, with another person. Anyway, this happened all the time. By myself. Okay. It's sort of like reverse C5. I'll explain in a minute. So anyway, we're sitting down the river, and all of a sudden, we saw a shooting star, but it was in the exact spot I pointed. Exactly. It went like that. It was just a little short one that went real bright. Right? Okay. A shooting star. Okay, he flipped out. He's crying and running around in circles. He's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, a shooting star? Is that all they got? Right? I'm like, that was a shooting star. And he goes, no fucking way, man. That was real. He goes, that's a UFO. And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess I told you exactly where to look, and that's exactly where the meteorite happened. And I thought it was a meteorite because it was a little line, a little bright line. And I'm like, the last time I got this awesome display of laser in my eyes, right? So he's freaking out. He's running around crying. He's hugging me and everything. He's going, I can't believe he just did that. I can't believe it. And I'm like, yeah, well, there you go. I guess that's nothing. Anyway, so that was it. We went back and told Mike, and he's like, holy shit. So that was that. That was so. What I mean by my reverse CE5 was that was how it worked. They'd call me, I'd get the information, and I'd go see, right? And they'd show me something or give me a lesson or whatever. This time, nowadays, I hook up to them and I order up a spot where they can show up. Before it was them doing it, and then I reversed it, and now I can do it. And that happened in a lot of things. My inner light, They contact me with the inner light, and I saw them doing it, and so I turned it around, and now I learned from them how they did it, because I watched them how they did it, and so I started doing it. And that happened in a lot of spiritual things that I experienced. The inner light was one of them. Astral traveling, or projecting your consciousness. That's another one. They project their consciousness out of the ship right up to my face. Scared the shit out of me. I can now do that to other people instead of, and it's like a better remote viewing, projecting your consciousness. They taught me how to do that. They taught me how to do the inner light. There's a bunch of other things I can't remember right now, only because I'm making a video. So I'm gonna cut this one short. This one's 2 little stories of ET, UFO experiences I had on Vera Street.